Hi everyone, welcome back to Rymerplans. Today I'm planning the week commencing the 22nd of November. I'm using the Cat Cafe kit from Plannerface, and I'm using this in honour of my friend Georgina's birthday, which is on Saturday. She's just a very big cat person. And to finish off the theme, I'm using this tape, which I don't remember who's from. Maybe not Megan Arlo? No, because I think it would say it inside if it was. Let me know if you recognise it, where this is from. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hello. While I plan away, I am gonna be talking about getting through the festive season with like family conflicts and stuff going on. So over Christmas there can be obviously increased family time, and sometimes, you know, well, we don't get to choose our family, and sometimes they have very deep rooted wrong opinions. So there was one of the anti-racism daily newsletters recently was about this topic, so I thought I would share like the tips that they give and then we can discuss. So excuse my clicking as I go across to my email from Anti-Racism Daily. Their tips are: call in, not call out. Often, confrontation isn't as effective as nuanced conversation about a tricky topic. Consider leading a generative conversation by leading with your feelings, using I statements, and being vulnerable about your own journey with the topics at hand. Please note, if calling someone out is a more direct and straightforward way to start the conversation and feels more generative to you, please do so. So yeah, I guess instead of attacking someone, it would be more like, I used to think that too, and then I realised that is just a less confrontational way to do it. Don't wait for something to react to. Most of the work regarding dismantling white supremacy happens as a reaction to a single incident, but for this work to be sustainable, we, especially those with privilege, need to get comfortable with the discomfort of this work proactively, not just as a reaction. Bring it up directly, perhaps by naming how a recent interaction made you feel. There is no such thing as the best time. Many people are hesitant to get into tough conversations during the holidays, a time that can feel precious and distanced from the tension of everyday life. But there's rarely a best time for difficult conversations. Consider instead, how can I host this conversation in the most generative way at this moment? How can I start this conversation now to create more space for it in the future? Center whiteness, not blackness, or other marginalized identities. When discussing race specifically and in the lens of whiteness, many try to defend or validate marginalized communities, but it's more critical to acknowledge the harm of whiteness itself. When the focus is deconstructing the harm of a dominant culture, it gives those who identify tangible ways to analyze and change their actions. This is a critical act in itself. No community needs to be validated by another to deserve respect. We all deserve respect. We just need to adjust our actions and recognise our shortcomings to provide it. Set consequences. Hold your loved ones accountable. Ensure that you're no longer tolerating their statements. Note how their continued racism will affect your relationship and be prepared to stand firm. Remember that accountability is a practice of love, and so is setting boundaries for you and yours. Lead by example. Demonstrate the actions you've taken to dismantle white supremacy in your own life. Use examples of what you've learned and unlearned in your own education. Be vulnerable about where you're still growing, because we all have space to improve, and note how else you're moving forward. Invite them to join in. If you feel resourced, you can use this time to invite this person to join in, perhaps by reading a book together or having further discussions. If that's not available to you at the moment, you can offer to check in with them later to see how they're progressing. Resource yourself. Tough conversations with loved ones are not easy. If you have the opportunity, make a self-care plan before, during, and after. Beforehand, practice some deep breathing and grounding exercises. Remember to check in with your breath and body during the conversation. And plan for some time to decompress afterwards, whether that's scheduling time to decompress with a friend or therapist, taking a long walk, journaling, etc. It might also be helpful to write some talking points and goals beforehand to help you feel more comfortable. So that last one in particular is really helpful because I find when I'm in a conflict, I just forget all words. Like any valid points I have to say, I just forget them and I just get like caught up and het up and I start to shake and I can't sort of verbalize what I mean. So having sort of a list of resources that's really easily accessible is important and very valuable. But yeah, I highly encourage anyone who watches my videos to subscribe to Anti-Racism Daily. It's so valuable and I really appreciate the work that's gone into it. And yeah, I'm going to hand back over to Planning Sophie and we'll see where we are with the spread. Okay, there we have the finished spread, just a teeny bit of foil on it this week. And yeah, thanks for watching, hope you guys are having an awesome week and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!